Former shock jock turned Mangina,
Pussy.
Howard Stern, Mr. Controversy himself.
Oh my God!
Could he be canceled?
Yes! Yes!
Well, SiriusXM, due to his contract, may think that the juice is no longer worth the squeeze.
I'm shocked.
I'm Jazz Berganzo, and this. At one time, you couldn't let your kids listen to Howard Stern.
It's true.
Now, he's become NPR. Yikes.
That's fucked up, man.
Talk about a hard fall. But it's what's next. What's up, everyone? Jazz Berganzo, what's next? Your daily dose, common sense, facts, and salt. Hope you guys are feeling good today on this Wednesday. Well, who would have thought? With all the people that you listen to on satellite radio, podcasting, YouTube, what have you, that the one man who you could say was the genesis of them all in regards to controversy or being shocking would see his career end because he became Mr. NPR. Who am I talking about? One Howard Stern. Yes, Mr. Shock Jock himself, Mr. Controversy, who was basically wrecking your children's lives when even those like Rush Limbaugh and others came after him. Yes, the godfather of controversy and shock jockiness. I don't think that's a word, but it is now. He's about to get canceled. And here we go. This comes out of That Park Place. Howard Stern show to be canceled. Insiders allege Stern no longer worth the investment. Yes, the juice is no longer worth the squeeze per SiriusXM. And of course, there's Mr. Mangina himself. Sources indicate that the Howard Stern show is set to be canceled on SiriusXM as the shock jock's lucrative contract approaches its expiration this coming fall. The 71-year-old radio icon, who's been a cornerstone of a satellite radio platform since 2006, may now see his 5-year deal renewed. May not see his 5-year deal renewed amid reports of financial disagreements, shifting priorities, and losses. I'll throw that in there because I've read that in other stories. According to insights shared with multiple outlets, SiriusXM is preparing an offer to Stern, but not anticipated him to accept it, primarily due to insurmountable gaps in salary negotiations. Stern's current contract reportedly valued at $100 million per year. $100 million per year, yes. $500 million 5-year contract, which is absolutely fucking insane, has been the benchmark for high-profile media deals, but insiders claim the investment is no longer aligns with the company's economic realities. Sirius and Stern are never going to meet on any kind of money that he wants, an insider source claimed. It's no longer worth the investment. Yeah, it is. It's absolutely not. 5-year deal, $500 million for this guy? No. Hell no. The potential parting ways comes after nearly 2 decades of Stern's tenure at SiriusXM, which he has transitioned from terrestrial radio to satellite, helping propel the service to prominence. His move in 2006 was a game changer, drawing millions of subscribers eager for uncensored content and off-the-chain celebrity interviews that defined his brand. However, recent years have seen Stern evolve from shock jock roots, known for provocative discussions on taboo topics, to a more interview-focused format, featuring in-depth conversation with Lady Gaga, Bruce Springsteen, and Carrie Underwood? Okay. Financial pressures and political factors. Cost-cutting appears to be the driving force behind decisions that could lead Howard Stern to be canceled. SiriusXM, facing broader industry challenges, has been reevaluating high-ticket talent contracts. One could easily point to parallels to the recent changes in late-night TV, knowing that after you saw what happened with Stephen Colbert, it's likely that they just can't afford to keep him going anymore. Yeah, that plays huge into this, and Howard Stern knows it. The sentiment echoes reports of Sirius' reluctance to sustain Stern's salary, with sources emphasizing there's no way they can keep paying him this outrageous salary. Absolutely not. Adding another layer, Stern's outspoken political views may have influenced the negotiations. A vocal critic of Trump, Stern has used his platform to mock conservative figures and hosted Vice Presidential Kamala Harris, yes, because that was an interesting 30-second conversation, for an interview ahead of the 2024 election, a move that drew backlash from Republicans. What Republicans? Seriously, what Republican with any ounce of dignity would go on that stupid ass show? You're not missing anything. It's more likely everything to do with the political climate, another source suggested, implying that Stern's woke shift could be a factor in the company's hesitance. Yeah, I'm going to say that plays a huge part. While the live show may end, discussions are underway for SiriusXM to retain the rights to Stern's extensive archive, allowing the company to monetize its catalog without ongoing production costs. This arrangement could provide a graceful exit for both parties, preserving Stern's legacy on the platform. Who cares at this point? The fact of the matter is that I remember as a youth, back in 86, back in 86, 87, when Howard Stern was on. Listening to him it was extremely controversial. There were things that he was talking about on terrestrial radio that would make even sailors blush. And I mean, anyway, but now with all the other podcasters out there, now that you have the Joe Rogans, the Tucker Carlsons, the Ben Shapiros, the Megyn Kellys, and others, the whole shock jockiness, as I talked about in the beginning, no longer applies. You talking about, missed periods, you talking about, oh, look at your ample breasts. No one is talking about that anymore, and no one gives a, really at the end of the day, no one gives a fuck. And Sirius, his bosses at Sirius see this. They see the writing on the wall, and they're like, you know what? Is he worth an additional 5 years at $500 million for those 5 years? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Joe Rogan, for example, 5-year deal, $100 million. That's pittance compared to what they were giving to Howard Stern. But you don't see Joe Rogan say, yeah, you know what? I think I'm worth $500 million for a 5-year deal. Now, when his contract expires, who knows where he's going to go? I mean, not as far as where is he going to leave Sirius, but as far as, what kind of contract he'll be asking for. But when it comes to Howard Stern, yes, at one time, he was the person that you couldn't let your kids near. At one time, he would make everybody, he would embarrass the hell out of everybody. Because at one time, he was an equal opportunity defender. He went after everybody. But you look at the last decade, just like with David Letterman, you went woke, and now Sirius is like, yeah, we're going broke. And with that being said, I'm Jazz Berganzo. This is What's Next. Want to see more like this? Please leave a comment below. Like it, share, subscribe to it. Hit that notification bell so you guys never miss a thing. Continue spreading the word about the show. Appreciate you guys watching. Appreciate you guys watching. As always, couldn't almost get into that out. And we'll see you next time. Peace.